After months of me posting her lives and after her Zeus Network debut, I just want to officially introduce Gabrielle, otherwise known as Biggie, on season 2, One More Chance. Biggie, thank you so much for joining me today for today's interview. I really appreciate it.
Anytime.
Now, Gabby, just to start off slow before we get into some tea, and for the people who want to know a little bit more about you, can you please tell us your age and where you're from?
I am Gabriella Iwulu, aka Biggie. I'm 22 years old and I'm from Long Island, New York.
Okay, so
I know some people can be, what?
how did you find out about One More Chance, and what was the casting process like for you?
Well, it was really easy because like Chance told me to audition.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, damn, daddy wants to get me on a show.
Did you feel like
And
you were already gonna have it in the bag, or were you nervous about getting?
no, not at all, because I feel like I don't know, I feel like when I got there it was like mad weird. Like I didn't really like talk to him as much. Like it's
Mhm.
just I think it was just like the whole cameras and shit like that just like really throws him off. Cause I think in normal life he's like mad chill and shit like that. But like in front of cameras, he's just mad standoffish. Like when we're in the house, like he's standoffish. This is that. So
So getting casted for the show, I know could be a little crazy because a lot of times when you get casted for shows, you have very short notices and you only have a short amount of time to get prepared. How was it like when you found out you got picked for the show? Were you scrambling for things to wear, to
yes.
research, how to maneuver the
And
show?
me, I hate last minute shit. So like, oh my
Mhm.
God, like there was 2 weeks before I was like, fuck, like I gotta order clothes, like this is that, like I'm about to be in front of cameras on TV, da da da. Like I have to look the fuck good, book my hair appointment, everything.
Mhm.
But it really like wasn't anything crazy, but it really just showed me like how much clothes like I don't have. Like I always thought I
Right.
had a lot of clothes, but I just don't have like I do not have lounge clothes. Like I really don't own lounge clothes. I own workout clothes, but not like cute loungewear. So I was like,
So
yeah,
were you guys not allowed to wear logos on the show?
yeah, no, we weren't.
Oh
And
no.
it was just so annoying because like Smiles had like something, she had like a Versace pants on that said Versace, and I wanted to wear my Supreme dress, and they were like, "Oh, you can't wear that." I said, "Smiles is wearing leggings that say Versace, so I don't understand." Like
Yeah, I
it was
know.
just
I filmed for a show and I couldn't wear any logos, and then I realized how much of my clothes like had logos on them. And I was like, man.
yeah.
Now that we've gone over what was it like before going on the show, I want to ask you some questions about the show itself. And I'm gonna try not to go episode by episode. I'm gonna kind of just ask you about things that stood out to me.
Mm-hmm.
Pulling up to the house, we seen all the ladies. Being there, was there anyone who you felt like shouldn't even have been casted, or were you confused of how they got casted?
um like obviously if you think like behind the scenes type shit, like it's they're doing the show just for like money purposes and like publicity and
Entertainment.
shit like that. But if it was really for love, like Babe Ruth should have obviously never have been there. That's just
In the
one.
striped shirt.
Yeah, like that outfit was crazy. Dory should have never been there. Her mother should never ever have been there.
Hmm.
That's really about it because I think everyone else was good looking
So
and
in
shit
that
like
first episode, you and Rollie got into it while picking the rooms, and it was said that you pushed Rollie off the bed. What happened? And if you actually did push Rollie, how did you manage to do that?
I don't know, like it's like I really wasn't like hard. Like I literally just went in the room and I knew what bed she wanted, so I went to the bed.
You knew what bed she wanted, so you went to that bed.
Yeah, and then like I went to go scoot her over, but like we both sat down at the same time, and I literally like scooted her, but she really like fell like off the bed, like and like her face like went on the floor. I guess they didn't want to show that like for like her purpose. Like I guess like I don't know, but yeah, I don't know why they didn't show that, but
Were
yeah,
you
I felt
nervous
really
for
bad.
your sister Smalls when Rollie attacked her in the room? Because I kind of was. I'm not gonna lie. I was a little scared for her.
No, yeah, I was definitely scared for her. I'm like, I don't know what Maria's doing. But it was mad weird. Like I thought that she was gonna come for me. Like I was like not ready, but like I when she was in my face and I was in her face, I'm like, okay, like she's definitely probably gonna shove me or something. So obviously, like I was like ready, like to do something. But then I don't know what Maria said that made her want to put her hands on Maria. So
Have you ever been in a fight before the show?
I've been in one fight, And that was like years ago. Like I am a loving, like people like don't ever get it twisted. Like I could probably fuck a bitch up. Like I could really probably like cause damage to a female if I was like seeing black going crazy, like really just like to my pushing point. But I've never had females hate on me so much than being in the house and just for no reason. And then like after the show, commenting on little things like I'm a fucking badass bitch. Like you should never hate on a pretty bitch, like ever. You should want them as your friends.
Right.
That's-
On a live, Dottie said that her and Slim arguing the first day was pre-planned and for the cameras. Do you know if there's any truth to that? And then what was your initial room scene with Rollie staged or fake?
um, I wouldn't imagine if their scene, I mean, I would believe it if they said their scene was fake. But I think like when you try to fake things, it gets to a point where it becomes real because then it's like you're going back and forth with each other. Like
Right.
I can't do that. Like people will like, I just can't do that. I can't fake it. Like it's either I'm in doing it and like afterwards we're arguing or like we can apologize, this is that. But my room scene was real. Everything I did on that show was real life. All the trauma, adrenaline, everything real. Some of these bitches were faking it. They wanted to add their 2 cents. They wanted to talk shit just to be relevant. This is that. I never had to do that.
Speaking of adding 2 cents, during the initial room scene with Rollie, it seemed like Charisse kept trying to insert herself in your argument. Is that actually how it happened, or is there something that we didn't see involving Charisse?
She just like walked in and like wanted to like be heard and be known or like claim some type of like power over the room or something. It's like the way that she was talking, like you don't need to try that hard. Like it's seen clear as day. But just go ahead. I don't even
After your altercation with Rollie, she was in the room talking with some of the other girls about the fight. Shine spoke up and said, but they knew they had it coming though. What were some of your altercations or interactions with Shine?
I really didn't talk to her besides the photo shoot. She's just like she talks really slow. She sounds really ditzy. So like it would make anybody like be like, okay, like what's wrong with this girl? Yeah. I think Shine's pretty. Like I think she's cute. I think her body's nice. I obviously thought that Chance was gonna like her, but she just like it's like those ditzy like bobblehead like airhead bitches that like just don't know how to keep a conversation. Like,
After a few days of being in the house, did you feel as all if it was the Bad Girls Club, or did you see you guys? Because we only see you guys really doing scenes at the house, and there really wasn't any dates or group outings like that. Did you feel like you were on another show besides a love show?
no, yeah. And it really sucks because I literally talked to production multiple times and I said like all you it was like it got to a point like at the end it got to a point where I was just like this is like ridiculous. All you guys want us to do is fight. I'm not gonna fucking like fake get into it with these bitches because like this shit is real. Like it's gonna turn real. This is that. Like it's just fight after fight they wanted. Like one person would talk shit the next day, but they would put them in a scene and they would like want you to keep going. Like their cameras are all behind you and they're like, come on, like give us more. I'm like, bro, like you really just want me to put my hands up. They wanted me to throw my Dunkin' drink at Slim. Like, relax. It was never that serious. I literally told them like we should have did like a pool party. We were all drank. This is that. Like, because that shit like on its own would lead into other problems. Getting all these bitches drunk in a house together by the pool, this is that. Like that would just lead into our own problem. Like you need to let shit happen naturally and be a little bit more creative with it too.
Did you have any producers like coming up to you before it seems like, we really want to see this side of Biggie today, or, we really want you to act this certain way, or, if someone says something like, don't be afraid to retaliate. Did you get a lot of those talks?
No.
So the producers pretty much just like let you guys.
No, they talked to certain people. Like they told Tokyo to like say multiple things to me, to call me a hoe. They gave her footage. They gave her a video of me literally hugging one of the staff members, like hugging, like that was it. And they gave it to her to run with. She's over here talking about I suck dick. I've in this town on the whole of Babylon or some shit like that. Like, and I don't care because like you bitches really just are using me to get like your little 5 minutes in, and I don't give a fuck. I'll give it to you. I don't care. But
so
at some point, you really just can't care.
So on this show, we've seen a lot of fake receipts and people claiming a lot of things on other people. Did any of these claims stem from like actual receipts, or were they all just kind of allegations to everybody? Because I've never seen a cast dig up so much like alleged dirt on each other?
I know.
How
I
did you
know.
guys even manage to do that when some of you guys didn't even have like big followings at the time?
Well, I dug up a lot of dirt for a for a certain person who was coming into the house to get some tea on these bitches.
Mhm.
Um, Yodel did some dirt. Like, I don't know, like when you just like certain people, like you would be so surprised how much of a small world it is. Like certain people really just know certain people. So like we would have people messaging us about like this is that, like especially people messaging us about Shine, like from New York, messaging
Oh God.
Stony, like shit like that. Like, oh yeah, I know about this bitch. Like, she was talking about this and that before the show, da da da, and just like tell like us like her business and like what she does and shit like that.
So I
All
know.
I know is I found out a lot of bitches sell their pussy. Okay.
Oh, was that one of the Facebook comments that you and your sister had made, or is that something else?
Oh no, that was the comment about Slim. I only said it because I had like saw like a um I wanted to like obviously get dirt. So like Facebook I feel like is the main place that you can get dirt. Like obviously Instagram's like whatever and like
Uh-huh.
whatever. So I saw like a Finsta page but on Facebook for her. And
Mm.
it was like, oh, like follow or something like that. But then like when I went back to it, it was like gone. So
After you brought it up,
yeah, like I had like went to go like check on it, but it was like gone. I couldn't find it. But I
interesting.
swear I literally saw like a page like that. It was like a Finsta, but for Facebook.
So I know the house was pretty crazy, and how was your filming schedule? I know you guys didn't film all day. What were you guys? What were most people doing when the cameras aren't rolling? Were you guys allowed to leave the house?
Yeah, I left the house almost every fucking day. I went about my day. I went to run some errands. I went to go get drunk, go to the club.
That was
And
actually my next question. In your outside time, did you go to the clubs or anything like that with anybody that wasn't a part of the Fab Five?
of course, yes.
Who did you go out with to the
Because
club?
we would go out with guys. Obviously, when you go out, niggas are paying for your bottles. They want you in their section to look good. And we
Where in
really
LA did you
just
guys go
those,
out?
huh?
Where in LA did you guys go out?
We
Like
went
West Hollywood?
to Penthouse.
Okay.
We went to Nightingale. We
Were
went
you
to.
there the night Sharice got into it with those men?
Oh no, that was like when she went out with Danny. Like I was out that night, but I wasn't with them.
Oh, okay. Because I know
But
I think that happened at Penthouse as well.
yeah, it was like the first. It was like the third night that her and Danny, I think, like went out or something. But Danny's mad nice. Like she invited like me, like
Mhm.
when we went to the premiere party in LA, like she didn't go to the premiere like at the club. And she was like, oh, if you guys like want to pull up, like I'm going like here, this is that or whatever. And we were dead ass about to leave and like go meet up with her. We didn't end up doing it, but
On episode 3, we saw Chance name you ladies. Do you feel like he was being disrespectful and out of line, or did you find it to be like funny and just for entertainment purposes?
I mean, obviously you're like looking at me and you think like, okay, like she's bigger than her sister,
Hmm.
but I'm not big. Like I'm not fat. I don't claim myself to be fat. Nobody can ever tell me I'm fat. I will never take it, understand it, give it, da da da. I'm thick. So like obviously I was annoyed, but like at the end of the day, Biggie and Smalls is gonna be a brand. That's it.
When watching what Chance says about you all in the confessionals, looking back, are you upset about the way he tried to make the cast look, or do you feel like it was again just Chance being Chance?
I think it's just chance being chance, but at the same time, like there's obviously a line where you don't have to say certain shit. But it's like it's TV. Like he's here to entertain. He may take it too far where he doesn't even realize. And sometimes he should apologize for the things that he does say. But I didn't really get anything bad. So besides everyone thinking that I was sucking and fucking, I really don't care.
From how it looked on the show, it honestly seemed that this Chance wasn't even into you guys. Is that Zeus's editing, or how, or is that just how he was?
No, Chance like liked a few people. He definitely did.
Hmm.
But at the same time, I think he would just get like mad annoyed with like filming and shit like that. He would take the longest to fucking come downstairs. So
Was he taking long to install his hair, or do you know why he was taking so long?
he was taking very long because he had a makeup artist doing
We seen
it.
in the episodes. Once you found out that you guys were going to be boxing, how did you feel before going in? Were you nervous, considering you said you'd only been in a few altercations before?
Yeah, I was definitely nervous. And I was over it because I had already gone through like the whole fighting with Rollie and then fighting with Tokyo.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, not this again. Like they just use any excuse for us to fight. So I was like really over it. But
On,
obviously I'm gonna do it.
on a live, Tokyo revealed that before you guys boxed, you had apologized to her, so she wasn't mad during the boxing match. What happened before the boxing match between Tokyo, and were you guys cool before the match?
First of all, she's a freak. Let's just get that straightforward. Tokyo, I thought was a real nice, like sweet, genuine person. She's a fucking freak. She has like multiple personalities, and that's not my problem. It was never my problem. You're 27 years old, and I'm fucking 22, and I act more mature than you and handle business accordingly. She she called me into her room. I apologize about hitting the glass 100% because
Mhm.
I did not mean to throw the glass in your face. Like that's glass. I would never just do that to somebody.
Right.
She called me into her room, asked me to apologize to her on camera. I said, okay, yeah, cool. Like, I don't care. She didn't want to fight me. Like, she didn't want to fight me at all. She wanted to put up a facade. Like, she wanted to fight me so that I could apologize. And then hopefully, like, they wouldn't make us fight. And I was like, okay, like, yeah, I'll do that. At the end of the day, they cut that whole scene. They wanted us to fight. So that's what we had to do. So then when I hit you one time in the face, when we are boxing and you have a
Mhm.
whole ass mask face thing on, now you're butt hurt again. Now you're storming out, going crazy. Now you're saying, fuck, get Biggie, this is that. I hate her, telling my sister you hate me, this is that. Okay, cool, bro. I don't care. Then after that, you go and you listen to production and call me a hoe, this is that. Like, make up your mind on who you are, because you're over here saying you don't want to fight me. This is not you. You told production that you can't stand them because they make you do things that you don't want to do when they literally told you to call me a hoe and you called me a hoe.
So
Like,
after the boxing match, we seen Tokyo go off. Did you just want to get back in the ring with her for another round because she was being extremely annoying?
no, she's just like, she's a crybaby. I honestly, like, even though I was mad scared because I knew that Rollie wanted to fight me, I
Mhm.
wish like now that I had went back and fought Rollie, because that shit would have went viral.
Yeah.
And Rollie would have like brought like the fire out of me. Like, I just, yeah.
After Yodel and Shine's boxing match, it kind of looked as if all the girls were coming for Shine, especially Skittles. We even saw you yelling in the scene. Can you give us some tea as to what really happened that day?
So like Shine was literally talking about how Yodeля sucks on a dead man's dick. Like,
Mhm.
you don't know anything about Yodela's life, and like you asked her if she was in the music video, she said yes. But when you go up to somebody you don't know and ask about their business, obviously they're gonna get taken back. So now you're in the ring and you guys are talking about what happened and what made you guys want to end up in the ring together. And
Mhm.
then you're saying that she's sucking King Vong, aka somebody who's passed away, rest in peace, King Vong. You're
Rest in
talking
peace.
about her sucking his dick. Like, you don't know their relationship, if they were friends, this is that. Like, what is wrong with you?
Mhm.
Like, how do you, like, there's cameras in front of you. Like, what is really wrong with you?
So is that kind of when everyone started to turn on Shine and after the match and
Yeah,
everyone was
she's just
yelling?
knowing, like Rolly saw it before too. Like, even before that, she was in the house talking about like she wants to put Yodel in the pool, or she wants to like fight her or some shit like that. Rolly went up to Yodel and told her. Yodel went right to Shine's face, and Shine was like, "No, I didn't say that. Like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about?" I'm like, bro, like this bitch is really delusional. Like, I can't deal with shit like that. So
When the boxing episodes had aired, Dottie was on social media saying that the fight with Slim was edited. Was Dottie putting up a better fight than was shown, or what was shown basically what happened?
I think regardless, Zeus does not care to make you look bad.
Mhm.
They edited the fight how the fight looked. They cut like obviously little glimpse. They're not gonna cut like if you were really beating up Slim, like they're not gonna cut that out.
Right.
Like, they're not favoriting anybody. Like, I was right there. Slim won. Like I don't understand. Like, bitches just talk about anything, and it wasn't even a real fight, like at all. Maybe if you fucking let this bitch beat you the fuck up at the reunion, there wouldn't be a problem. Now you wouldn't be questioning anything anymore.
Now I know there was a lot of mixed reviews based on this fight between Bombshell and Brown Sugar. Can you tell us who won? Because I know you were there.
I think that Bombshell
You think
is a
Bombshell
better
had that?
fighter than Brown Sugar.
Mhm. On
Yeah.
episode on episode 6, Cherie starts to get into it with Yodeля and Skittles, and she said that Yodeля was lucky because production told her not to put her hands on her. The scene looked pretty choppy, so what actually happened? Do you think they actually tried to protect Cherise with how they edited that scene?
Of course they tried to protect Cherise. For some reason, that's their little baby. I don't understand what's going on there.
I think you know.
But huh?
I said I think you know.
I don't get it. Like, why didn't I get this little favoritism? It wasn't giving. But in the scene, like Stoney kept asking Charisse, like, do you want to fight? Like, I want to fight right now. I want my rematch. And Charisse just kept saying no. It's just that her and Yodeler were going back and forth. She told Yodeler, she kept like screaming during the fight, like, you're lucky my contract says that I can't fight. I don't know what the fuck that means. Like, I don't know what that means. If you want to fight someone, you can go ahead and fight someone. Mm-hmm. Like, are you saying you're gonna sue Zeus or something if like you get your ass beat? I'm just confused. I think she made it a known thing that even if she like gets into drama with people and shit like that, that Zeus has to like have her back and like watch out for her. I think they had a little agreement.
That's an agreement.
Mm-hmm. I wasn't really there during this meeting, so I don't know why I was invited.
During the show, we hear Chance and Micah say over and over again that you girls never show him love. Do you guys actually not show him love, or did any of you guys actually try and it just wasn't received by him?
No, he just kept saying that. Like, he really had nothing to say, so he just kept saying that. Like, that was the only thing he would say. I'm not getting enough love. This is that. After elimination, she would go right up to your bed. If you're talking about love as in fucking, then just let it be known.
So after the boxing match, Shine came back to the house. What was it like for her being back in the house after she had left the boxing ring on such a bad note?
She's just a freak show.
We didn't really get to see a lot of her interacting with like Yodeler or you girls when she came back. Was there any type of interaction or conversation with her?
Because as soon as she filmed that scene, she didn't stay in the house. They just made a scene like, oh, she's back. No, she didn't stay in the house. She did the scene and went straight back to her hotel.
So they stretched out her being there, because I don't think that she went home until the next episode, if I'm mistaken.
Yeah, no, the entire time she literally stayed in that house for 2 days. After that, the bitch was long gone in a hotel for the entire time.
So during Chance's mini porno or showing the Chance Love Challenge, how did you feel the next day? Because your butt was so red, I really did feel the pain through the screen. I was concerned. I thought you were going to start bleeding or something. How was that sitting down, like using the toilet, anything the next day?
Well, I'm just like a freak. Like, I'm a freak. I like aggression. I like shit like that. So I really like, people think it hurt, but like it really didn't hurt.
Not even the next day? You didn't like feel it? Bruise, soreness, nothing?
No. But I liked it. That was like my favorite challenge, because honestly it was just fun. It was like so crazy though. Like when I walked in, I did not see, like, I was just so like into it. I didn't even realize like all the production was on the side. So I'm just like over here like getting my ass beat. I heard them laughing in the back.
So is it weird that like Chance is like licking on people's nipples and different things, and like there's like a bunch of people on the side like standing?
Not really, but it's like it's crazy to me, because after this, like every time I watch something, I'm like, damn, like there's cameras all around them in like this scene. Like it's just really crazy how like there's so many people for like one scene. I think that's crazy. But at the same time, it's like it's TV, so you really have to be okay with being in front of people like that.
At the end of the Love Challenge episode, Small was on the chopping block and she threw you under the bus. Did you feel like she threw you under the bus, or did you look at it as it's a competition and she was trying to stay in the game?
No, she like, my sister's just slow. Like she literally doesn't even realize half the shit she says. So her saying that was like annoying, because like I already had my hat and I was mad nervous he was gonna take it away from me. And at the same time, it's like all these girls are already like talking about like this and that, and then like you go out and like you're confirming it. Like you're just mad weird. Like we could have went the whole show, like how I went the whole show denying it, because you guys are saying something completely different than what I actually did. So I'm gonna deny it. It wasn't what I was doing. But she just doesn't know how to be. Like she doesn't know how to like answer questions smart back.
Were you shocked that she was the one who said something and not any of the other girls that you were cool with in the house that you just had kind of met?
Yeah, like Chance was really testing her and she failed.
On episode 7, you got into it with Slim and Rollie went with her. How did you feel about Rollie steady saying slick comments in the back towards you and your sister? Because I'm not going to lie, the way she was talking, saying that, you know, you better not bump into her and stuff like that. Did you guys think that you were going to get into it with Rollie?
Honestly, I really didn't care. I wasn't even paying attention to Rollie. Like that scene where like, I'm like saying like, what bitch, what, like, oh, you want round 2? Like, let's go. And Rollie's like, who, me? I'm like, I'm not talking to you. Like, yeah. I didn't need to be like, oh, bitch, like, get the fuck out of here. Cause like in the moment, like, I'm not talking to you, back to the real problem. So like,
so you had
I don't know, I wasn't really paying attention to anything she was saying.
Okay. During Rollie's confessional, she brought up the fact that you and your sister only think you're bad because you both are light skinned with good hair. Did you at all feel like Rollie was kind of hating on you guys while you were living in the house?
Like kind of because I'm so much more than just my little sew-in and my complexion. If anything, I think I'm white as fuck because I'm the lightest of my family. But I think people just like I don't really think I'm all that, and I think people just misread me all the time. I think I'm obviously gorgeous. I have an amazing personality. I'm fucking phenomenal individual, but I don't walk around with that on my shoulder. Like I'm really confident in myself, so I don't need that to be known, said, or seen.
Mhm. Now, do you
And I
feel,
just,
I'm
no,
sorry, go ahead.
you can go ahead.
Do you feel like you won your fight with Slim? Because I feel like there was a lot of mixed reviews, but when there's so much security and different angles, it's kind of hard for us to tell who won besides the people who are actually in the fight. Do you feel like you won that?
Um, I don't think it was a real fight. One, I
Hmm.
don't think anyone won. Two, it was a pointless fight. It was because production wanted us to fight, so it was egged on for a good 30 minutes. That scene was probably a good 30, 35 minutes. They cut it in something small. It was so long. They dragged it on. I was done with the conversation outside. And then, of course, they wanted her to stay right there and they brought it inside. So then she's going in my face multiple times. And at this point, Rolly's like saying, like, she's really clowning you guys. And like, you really are. Like, you keep coming in my face.
Hmm.
Obviously, I don't care to fight you. I've been fighting the whole season. Okay. So, I mean, I gave it to her. And that scene is really what she's like known for. And then so on after that because Biggie was the star.
After your fight with Slim, it looked as if Cheyenne had left the house. It was rumored that she had a pimp and didn't want that to come to light. Is there any truth to that?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if she has a pimp. I don't really know why she left.
Hmm.
I didn't even realize like that what day they did that scene that she left. And I never saw her. I literally saw her day 1 and 2, and after that, I never saw her. Don't care for her, didn't give her any energy, any of that. And it's crazy because I think that Shine would have went really far if she just had common sense.
See, I thought so too while watching. I thought that her smiles were some of the two people that were going to go pretty far.
Yeah.
Before Mangina came, did you know that he was coming? Because I felt like you and just the whole Fab Five in general really aced that challenge.
Yes, I did know that he was coming. Well, I mean, he said it like Chance like said it that night, and I kind of obviously like had an idea, and like obviously I'm friends with Yodel, and like Yodel was friends with Mangina, so like she definitely confirmed it with us. But yes,
Now, moving on to episode 9 in the competition at the stables, were you just as tired as me listening to the same damn song?
yeah, she gonna ride it like a
Like a
stallion.
stallion. Do you like Chance's music or are you deaf?
It doesn't sound like him. Like when the intro, like to the episode when it shows the city, I was like, "What song is this?" And I asked somebody. I forgot who I asked. I asked somebody, and then they told me like they could say like sent it back to me, and there was like Chance's song. I was like, "What the fuck? This does not sound like him."
Do you consider him to be talented? You could be honest.
Like not exactly. I think he's good in TV, but it's like
Music wise, you think he has good
I
music?
don't think the music's really doing much.
So you don't see him getting a number 1 on Billboard?
Never. Never. That's a reach.
After you got eliminated, how did you feel about the final 4 ladies that Chance had kept?
Bogus. It's like if it's not Biggie, it's not like there's no point to it. Bad and Bougie, obviously, he really didn't care for her. She was there, I guess, for one publicity, and somebody else really wanted to give her the spotlight. She was favorite. She was just shown favoritism the entire time, but it's whatever. Over it, done. You do what you gotta do to get where you gotta go. Go ahead, baby. You got that. Khadijah, he actually really liked Khadijah. Rollie is like primetime entertainment, and Yodeля, they're both from season 1. So, I mean, obviously, you knew like that they were gonna be the last, but I wish I was the last 4.
After you had got eliminated, how long did you stay in LA afterward before going home?
I stayed for like 3 more days. And then Chance had the day after he eliminated me, he had the fucking nerve to text me and tell me, "Am I coming to see him tonight?" What the fuck does that mean?
Yeah, what does that mean?
Like,
After the
I
show
didn't
had wrapped, it took quite a while before you guys had filmed the reunion. Did you think that you were gonna fight anybody on the reunion before you went?
The only person I wanted to fight was Miko. That was literally the only person I had any, like, obviously the little beef. I had beef with Brown Sugar from the internet, but
Mhm.
like the real beef that I actually care to give attention to was Miko, because that bitch can run her mouth for, you're 32 years old, baby. Like, and you can really just run your mouth. You're a grown ass woman with a grown ass kid, and you run your mouth like crazy. And at a 22-year-old, like, we're not in any competition. We're not in the same lane. We don't go to the same place. We don't think the same thoughts. Like, we're not the same. We will never be the same. So it's like, how do you have all this animosity and like all this fucking space to speak? We're not in the same fucking category at all.
So I know you just said that Chance had texted you to come see him the night after you got eliminated. And I know other people from Zeus are kind of known for getting around, not going to name any names. Did anybody else from production try to hit on you?
Besides my little security.
The security was the only like type of male attention you got around when you were on set.
I mean, obviously, like I flirted with like just like flirting, talking, like getting to know people,
Like the
but
PAs and stuff.
it never like got that far with other people.
Okay. So at the very beginning of the reunion, there was already a fight between Brown Sugar and Bombshell. Watching the fight back, who do you felt won the round backstage?
I really didn't even watch it like that. I just think that their fight was like really like tit for tat. Like they were hitting the same exact way. Their heads were both down the same exact time. So you really never know.
So you and Rollie were in the same room on the reunion, despite you and your sister being number 2 on our hit list. How did you guys become cool again?
Because Rollie's hit list, she put us on there as a joke.
Oh, okay.
Like, me and Rollie were cool. Like, after the Cowgirl Challenge, Rollie actually realized I was chill. We had like a little beef on the internet because I said, like, for the first episode, I was like, Rollie didn't fuck my sister up. Like, she just sat on her. And like she got a little offended by that. But like I was just adding like to the, just like adding to it, making it like a little animosity because people really didn't know we were cool. And she felt offended. And I was like, really, like, bro, like I'm really just like adding to it, like being a little, like adding a little tension to it. And then after that, we were cool. So she really just put me on there. She was like, depends how they act. Like, I guess she thought we were gonna come there crazy. But I love Rollie. So
on stage, there was a lot of yelling between the ladies right off the bat. Was there any argument that we didn't see that was on the reunion, or did they pretty much show us like all the juicy stuff?
No, they show everything.
In the beginning of part 2 of the reunion, Claudia had asked if Brown Sugar and Bombshell wanted a round 3. And do you feel that Claudia had kind of stirred that up?
I don't think Claudia started up. Like, she's asking you as a grown ass woman, like, do you want? You're gonna keep arguing back and forth? Do you just want to fight? Like, you think you won, you think you won. You're both going back and forth. Okay, so then get up and fight. And that's exactly what you did. You didn't have to get up and fight her. That's your own choice. You could have just been like, no, I'm not fighting her. I'm a grown ass woman. This is that, da da da. Because if I wanted to, I really wish I would have went back to the reunion and I would have just seen the way Dottie was acting and would have just got the fuck up and beat her up. But I wanted to sit classy for once in my life. She was just going about everything, talking about just every single thing, talking about my sister's Louboutins. Like, bitch, we have fucking shoes for days. Like, you don't ever have to worry about anything that we're doing ever.
I seen you guys came in with
you're 30. No, let's just get this straight, because you're 32 years old living in an apartment. At 32, I hope to be married and closing it on a house with my man. Let's get that together. You're by yourself. You have no nigga. Thank you.
I seen you guys come in with the Louis bags, and then you had your Yeezys on, and then in the next scene, you had your Louis slides on, I think.
Like, I have mad sneakers. Like, people like do not play with me. I had to order like 4 or 5 pairs of heels just for this show. I don't like heels. Like, if anything, I like booties. I do not like heels. I don't do heels. I can't stand heels. Like,
so were your heels leaning?
Huh?
Were your heels leaning?
I mean, it's just okay. So I've broken both my ankles. So like the way I stand and walk is really bad. Like, even Yodeler, like we went to Atlanta, she was like telling me about my walk, like to fix my walk a little bit. I just can't help it. It's like the way I walk. So that's whatever. If they were leaning, they were leaning. Sorry. They're Fashion Nova heels. Like, maybe they went right back. They went right in the garbage, because after that, my feet were hurting. So I would take my feet off my heels off and I would walk like on the floor and then I would put the shoes back on. So they were fucking disgusting inside. I don't need those $30 shoes. I'm so sorry.
On stage, we kept seeing you tell the ladies to be quiet, and this caused quite a bit of a back and forth between you and Flatback. Are you cool with her, or do you guys have any tension?
No real tension. I really don't socialize with her like at all. But at the same time, you guys really need to shut the fuck up because like it was never that serious. Everyone's talking about their petty problems. So yes, I'm going to sit there and I'm going to get annoyed because I want to hear the questions and I want to go on about our day. Like you talking about what Chance said to you at this time, this time, this time, that time is not important because in the moment when you were in the scene, you didn't say anything about it. So move on next.
So, Biggie, you didn't find love on the show, but it has been some time since the show has wrapped. Have you found any potential boyfriends?
Um, I do have someone that I hold very near and dear to my heart. But I just don't I just think that like love and like a relationship, especially in this generation, is like so hard to find. It's hard to trust people. And I'm somebody that like, even though like I have a really strong like exterior, like the way I act and talk, like I don't give a fuck about anything. When I do like someone, like I get like really like soft and shit like that. So yeah, I don't like to get to know people. I don't like them to know stuff about me. I don't like to, never been on a date. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
Yeah.
So, what happened with you and Serge? I know that you had some feelings for him. I seen on your live. What happened with that?
Wait, what? I know you're not doing this right now.
What happened? I know. I think was it him that went to another city and like fucked another girl, or was that somebody else?
No, yeah. But the thing is, like, Serge is literally my best friend. So it's like, obviously, like I feel like I've lessened them a little bit now. I had those like little feelings for like your best friend that like you just grow out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like somebody I can literally just talk about anything funny, serious, even though he thinks everything's so funny all the time. It's so annoying sometimes. But and also have that sexual attention towards because he really does like obviously get me there. But yeah, no, he's not it. He's my best friend. I'm gonna find my Prince Charming one day.
So is nothing going on with you and A1 Padico either?
What is wrong with you? Wait, what?
I gotta ask.
A1 Padico is a friend right now.
Mm-hmm.
And if he watches this, tell him to call me.
Do you see you and him going any further?
He's actually really mature and I kind of like that. And you know when like my biggest thing is I need to be comfortable on somebody. So like I hate when I like meet guys and then like all of a sudden they think that they can just call me and FaceTime me because I don't like to just be on FaceTime people. But I'm like comfortable with FaceTiming him, like talking to him and shit like that. And like yeah. But I don't think too much into anything. And that's like females' problems. They always like need some reassurance and like this is that. I really just don't. I would rather have you as my best friend first and then take it from there because can't trust niggas. For
Okay,
real.
now I know that you said he was very mature. What do you look for as far as a man goes?
Okay, so like you have to be funny. Like you just have to. Sense of humor has to be everything. Personality has to be everything. People say looks don't matter, but looks matter. Okay, because looks get the kitty a little happy. I need to get happy when I see you. That's that. Obviously you have to do something, you know, a little money in the bank, but you need to be like sentimental. Like I like to be like surprised, like cute little shit, like that you remember about me or like you think about. But I also just like I don't like somebody too serious. Like I'm gonna do what I want to do. I'm gonna wear what I want to wear. I'm gonna go where I want to go. I will never be controlled. So you need to understand that. But I'm a very loyal person. So like just because I dress the way I do, I talk the way I do, this is that, like my actions don't equal up to that. Like I'm like really like conservative, if you must say.
So
like
if a guy came up to you, if a guy came up to you in the club and asked you what you wanted to drink, what would be your order?
Casamigos.
Do you what is the best way for men to find you? Like, do you like more of like the in-person type, or are you okay with shooting a DM?
I will most likely 9 times out of 10 never meet you if you message me in my DMs.
Mm.
If you're coming nice, talk about I'm gonna get you this and that. Because people also have to realize like time is money. I wouldn't say like I like people would like listen to this conversation and think like, oh, she's a gold digger. But I just mean like you want me to waste my energy and tell you about myself, which I hate doing to people. I hate letting people know about myself. And then like days later, you're out of my life. You want me to waste my energy, talk to you. This is that. Maybe 5 out of 10, give you my number. I hate giving my number out. And for you to do what? Like show me what your energy is like, because that will lure me in. Like anybody can be in your DMs. I'm so sorry. I have multiple DMs of guys just in there. They're either talking sexual to me, saying, I want to take you out, this is that. Why would I want to waste my time to go out and get a bite with you? What makes you any different than all the other people that I'm
So you're all about action.
Yeah. Okay. Like people will say anything. And the corniest thing you can do is go in my DMs, ask for my Cash App, which I get that all the time, and not do anything with it. Yeah, and you just wanted to do that so you could be in my regular messages, and now I can see all your conversations, and when you write back, that shit is so annoying. Now, like, if you don't want to Cash App me, subscribe to my OnlyFans. Go ahead.
Okay. Now, speaking of men being around, we've seen some of your Fab Five trips, and in the background of some of the lives, we've seen some guys walking around. Who are those men walking around in the background of the Fab Five trips?
They're just people. They're just rich niggas around bad bitches.
What's been your most favorite Fab Five memory on a trip that you guys have had?
Oh my god, I feel like there's so many. Miami was fun, but Tennessee was like a little hectic. But Atlanta was fun, and like driving to Atlanta was fun. I feel like we went somewhere else and I can't remember. Oh, we went back to LA. And we just have so much fun together. Like it's just always a shit show. Like, now,
who plans what you guys do? Because I know like when there's a trip of a lot of girls, people are planning on what you guys are going to do the next city. What is some things that you guys look for in going to a city?
Well, obviously, like it's people who want to like not like see us, but like we have friends out there that want to fly us out, show us a good time, this is that. And I just like to do fun things. So like they'll like have things planned. I love dinners. Like my favorite thing is going to dinner, like being cute, getting drunk, and going out to the club. But my thing is like I need to be around fun people because I'm a crazy bitch, especially in the club. Like I like good vibes. So like sometimes it's not always the vibe to like around guys, because sometimes guys can just be like mad quiet. But I always make sure to find like that one guy that I can just drink and party with.
Now, speaking of one of your trips, I had posted a live and we seen Soldier Girl going off, and a lot of the people in the comments had felt like your relationship was going to deteriorate because of that trip. What was Soldier Girl really going off about, and do you guys argue a lot off camera?
Wait, what trip was it?
I believe it was the Tennessee trip. We seen Soldier Girl yelling when you guys were doing the hair. I believe they were doing their hair, and Soldier Girl started like yelling.
Oh, yeah. Okay, because one thing about Soldier Girl is she does not care about social media. She doesn't care about pictures. She doesn't care about really getting ready the whole nine. Like she does not care. She will get her hair done. Like, you know how like obviously like I like to like fix up things like little by little. She does not care. She wants to go downstairs and she wants to drink. So like we were taking a really long time, and I actually felt really bad this trip because we planned to do so much, like take the whole photo shoot of like all our hair like differently colored, but time was like not on our side. Like the time was flying by so fast. Like it took Sony a whole day to do like all of our heads. And then by the time it's nighttime, like the chef had cooked dinner, like we had to eat dinner. Then afterwards, like she just wanted to get drunk. She didn't even want to take pictures. Like she wasn't in the mood. So yeah, I mean, I understand. I get it. Cause like we're more into like the pictures, this is that, like we need to look good, like relaxing. And like Stoney and Maria can wake up at 12 o'clock and be in bed the entire day until nighttime. And Khadijah hates that. Like she wants to wake up, do something, like drink, this is that. Like Yodeler really just goes about her day. But like I'm more of like the drinker with Khadijah, but it's like she wants us all to be together. No. But our friendship is forever. That's that. I'm her godmother.
Now, Biggie, I know you've tried Yodeler's cosmetics. Have you tried Bad and Bougie cosmetics at all? Or would you ever try it?
Bad and Bougie has cosmetics? All right, I only shop at Ego de Cosmetics.
Now, Biggie, I know that you're going back to school. Do you have any plans to stay in the entertainment world, or are you kind of over it?
Biggie is forever and always indicted to the entertainment world.
Mhm. Would you be open to doing another reality show, whether it be Love or on another network?
Yeah, but I like actually like I think it would be like so real and just like real for me and just like real in general if I would literally have my own love show. But it's like obviously I don't want to start my own network because
That's a lot of work.
and I came from Zeus, so it's like I came from Zeus. I would don't want to like I get like branching off and doing your own thing, but like it does cost a lot to do something on your own.
Hmm.
But I just like a love show, like Biggie and Smalls looking for love. Like I genuinely want to find my person. So it's not even like this would be fake. Like I would be wanting to pick some good looking guys, not just people to put on for. Like it would be like literally like I Love New York because I feel like New York was actually looking for love.
Hmm. Do you watch any of the other Zoo shows like Jocelyn's Cabaret or Baddies?
Yes, I watched Jocelyn's Cabaret.
So on Jocelyn's Cabaret, who is your favorite from season three so far?
That's like the season right now, right?
Yes.
Lexi Blow. I can't. Lexi Blow and Wet Wet. Lexi Blow is so fire.
She really is.
Like that. I swear to God, like
Her
she
body's
turns
fire.
on.
Hmm.
Like she's her body, even when she dances, it's just so like it gives off such
Very feminine.
sexual like
Mhm.
feeling. Like I swear to God, she's so fucking hot. I can't even. Her ass is literally beautiful. Her body, I think her whole look is just awesome. But also Wet Wet because I love her little titties and how she brings them out and how she's like, I stay
We're
wet.
thirsty.
And everyone hates it, but she doesn't give a fuck. Like I like shit like that.
Do you feel like that's kind of how you were in the house when everyone was kind of ganging up on you and your sister, saying that you guys were doing things that maybe some things you had did do and then things you didn't do?
Yeah, but also at the same time, like when I was in the house, I would literally just walk into a room and just sing. Like obviously that wasn't on camera, but like I really will just do whatever the fuck I want to do. Like I do not care. I never cared.
So Biggie, what do you have coming up this next year? What are some of your goals?
Okay. Some of my goals are I don't really like saying them out loud because I'm still working on like finding all the motivation like every single day to do them.
Hmm.
But I do have my OnlyFans.
Okay, and
Um,
what is it under? Like, what is it? Do you have a link tree?
yeah, the link is in my bio. It's the link tree. I can also just like send it out. Like if people were to like DM me like what's your OnlyFans, I can send the link to. But I started that because I got a lot of people like asking me to do certain stuff like from the show and like from that scene of me getting like my booty beat. So I have a few clients on there that love me. And also I just talk to people. Like there's some people that really just want to have a long ass conversation with me, get to know me, everything. Like I would really wasn't gonna expect that, but there's a lot of people who really just want to talk to me. It's not even anything like sexual or just like pleasing. But I'm also very pleasing. But on top of that, I'm back in school.
What
I'm
year are you in?
huh?
What year are you in?
I graduate next year.
Oh, okay, congratulations.
Yeah, I had to prolong it for a little bit because I had to transfer. I got into a fight at my old school. That's the fight.
Oh God.
And all my credits didn't transfer. So I've been in school for a minute now. It's kind of
Wow.
annoying, but obviously I want my degree.
Right.
Um business marketing. And I'm coming on my YouTube channel very, 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 very soon.
Yes.
And I also am looking to come out with a clothing brand.
Okay, so
Not anything basic, like taking it from a boutique, like my own.
you want to like design your own stuff?
Yes.
Okay. So I know you said you get a little freaky on OnlyFans. What has been one of the freakiest requests that you've gotten?
Um, Somebody wanted me to, I don't even want to say this. Like,
You gotta let people know what they're subscribing for, what they can get over on your OnlyFans.
oh, you can really get close to everything, but at a specific price.
Hmm.
I am not here for the cheap ones, the men with money and with not no money in their pockets, like
Not a
$20.
$3 OnlyFans.
Huh?
Not a $3 OnlyFans.
Yeah, it's not like females like really just sell themselves out there for very cheap. I don't hold myself to that standard, but you're gonna get your money's worth. Don't be afraid. But people have asked me to like stick things in certain places. But just know that on that app, I do my thing.
Now, Biggie, where can people follow you for what you have coming up next?
Okay, you can follow me on Instagram at it's Gabriella 2 A's Iwulu EWULU _ and you can follow me on TikTok. I'm trying to get like my TikTok up or whatever. Also, but just follow me on Instagram. Message me if you want my Snapchat. Message my OnlyFans link in my bio. Clothing line hopefully coming soon before my birthday. Hopefully, that's like my dream to have it out before my birthday.
And when is your birthday?
I never realized how much work it is. Like,
have you already started?
Huh?
Have you already started?
Like, yeah, I've done like the research. I've gotten like numbers of certain people I have to reach out to. I just really never realized how much work it does take. And it's like, I'm going to be really specific because what I'm bringing out is something that I wear a lot, especially one object. So I'm not about to give you guys like horrible material. Like, I need to love to wear it, and I need to look the fuck in it for you guys to look the fuck in it.
Biggie, thank you so much for coming and interviewing with me today. I really do appreciate your time, your energy, and the tea that you provided with us today.
Period.
If you guys stay to the end of this video, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. See you guys in the next one. Bye.
Loves you.